G'day, this is Captain Noob and I'm calling it now. The Fallout announcement is going to be Fallout 3 Anniversary. Anyways, this is the Lee-Enfield. This is a highly customizable rifle type weapon with some custom animations on top of it, so it's a pretty nice package there. Definitely looks very high quality from this weapon preview here, so we'll go ahead and chuck on some receivers on it. Now, first of all, we've got the advanced receiver there, which does the same damage as the powerful receiver, but if you read this, it does a little bit better critical shot damage and better accuracy, which is pretty neat. And it also says high rate of fire, but that doesn't really seem to be the case, so maybe this description is copied from another thing, but usually advanced receivers go for best damage and don't really have much to do with critical shot things. So anyways, we'll go on to the barrels now. You've got a choice between a short and a long barrel, and the dark stock and the light stock are there to match the actual color of the weapon. Right now we've got the dark stock on, so we'll definitely chuck on a longer barrel for the dark stock there. That'll actually give us a little bit of damage, which is great because that's how weapons work IRL. Anyways, if you want to actually have that light, we'll just go ahead and look at that for a second there. So I'll go with the dark, we'll grab another one and we'll make it light. Can't do anything with the magazine, unlike those World War movies where you actually see these things be reloaded with the stripper clips. This thing's just got a magazine on the bottom there, so yeah, a little bit disappointing there, but sure, I'll leave that there. Now for the sights, you've got the aperture sight here, which is just the standard irons. You can have a ladder sight there, which increases your range a bit, although it doesn't change the stats, so maybe it's like increasing the range you can aim down sights, making it a little bit easier to see at range. Maybe it zooms in the camera a bit, so yeah, why not, we'll do that. Also, you've got an option for a scope. We'll chuck that on a different Lee-Enfield, but for now, we'll chuck a, you know what, let's go for a bayonet there. I feel like that's nice and suitable for this thing. So it's going to be a very close quarters rifle there, which, I don't know, maybe it's not the best weapon for a bayonet, but it suits it. And we'll chuck a suppressor on our scoped one. There's this thing that's left here. That's probably just a leave over from the vanilla weapon. Just didn't take that keyword out. And of course, a legendary effect is there if you need it. But at 277 damage, I feel like we're doing pretty good with this. So we'll get in a Gunner's Plaza, get another one with a scope, and we'll do all that. Righto, here we are in Gunner's Plaza now, and this is our Lee-Enfield in first person there, and right now I'm regretting attaching the sights there. I cannot see anything through that. That's almost as constricting as the short scopes. Also, it's a little bit off center, but that's fine. We'll go ahead and persevere. So the animations on these things, this thing is created by the guy who made the RU556, and if that doesn't ring any bells, just remember the gun that I did where you'd flip off everybody in front of you in the reload. So the animations, they've come a long way. I reckon they're a lot better than what they were on that SMG there. That's what you look like in third person there. A little bit of hover-handing, but sure, whatever. Alright, so it looks like the gunners have come out to play already. We'll just go again, we'll go get one sneak attack critical, assuming I can actually hit the shot there. I'm going to have to go close to the screen to actually see if I can hit them. Okay, it's going to be very hard to do that consistently, so we'll just go and shoot in third person instead. There we go. Okay, enough of this. We'll go ahead and use our bayonet. There's the Alt key. And we'll get a finisher on you. I'd like to get an actual stab on these guys. Don't seem to be getting too much bash damage. I'm pretty sure I got more out of vanilla weapons there. There we go. So a nice little bash and a headshot there will do these guys in pretty well there. Although, there we go. Alright, we'll quickly move on to somewhere in here and we'll get the reload animation. I'll show that off in the light so you actually can see it. So that's what the bolt cranking animation is. So it's pretty good. And the reloading animation, it's a little bit simplistic, but yeah, it does the job there. Very, very well done indeed compared to the animations that we saw on the RU556. So yeah, improvement there. Good to see some modders doing really well. It's nice to have lots of animators around too, because some of these guns really need animating. Alright, we'll go ahead and shoot a crit in this lieutenant's face, and yep, we get a one shot there. I believe that is thanks to the advanced receiver there. We get so much more crit damage out of it, so this thing is going to be absolutely, yeah, it's going to be a beast with the critical build going on. So if you're a VATS handy player, then yeah, you'll probably find a lot of good use out of this. Okay, we'll switch to the one hotkey on 2. That's our sniper one with the light stock and barrel there, so a little bit different looking. And the scope there is going to be nice and advantageous for taking out these guys. We'll just scope in there. Like the vanilla hunting rifle, the reticule goes a little bit off center, and just towards the end of this animation, if I aim, let's just say, right in the middle of the H, if I shoot there, as you can tell, there's a little bit of time where the sights don't line up, so that I feel like that might throw my aim out a little bit, but in practice it doesn't seem to be so bad, so yeah, maybe I'm just being a drama queen about that. But yeah, this thing with a suppressor and getting some nice sneak attack crits with a scope there. If we can get a headshot, there we go. Yes, this thing is a little bit more viable when you've got it backed up with a sneak build, but again, what gun isn't? Nice little reload there, we'll keep on going. Alright, I think we shot that one dead, very good. So the sniper version of the Lee-Enfield certainly doing in good work there. Now I believe this thing, if we were actually loading stripper clips into the thing, it'd be offset towards the side, like the snipers from old Battlefield 1, they've always got their slight offset to them just because that's how they're loaded. So yeah, this one's along the middle because we're using a magazine. I'm not sure how realistic that is in terms of how the Lee-Enfield is in real life, because I'm pretty sure this thing was reloaded with the stripper clips like it was in Battlefield 1. I think it's like referred to as the SMLE in that game, so yeah. I haven't really used that all that much. In fact, I don't use any infantry weapons. I'm mainly a tanker in that game, but from what I've seen gameplay of it, this seems to be pretty good. A pretty good sort of rendition of what it's supposed to be like, except the mag. I feel like that's a little bit unrealistic, but sure, it's going to improve the weapon's performance by making the reload shorter, so I'm not complaining. Very good job there in Gunner's Plaza. As soon as we put the suppressor and scope on, everything was a breeze. So a well-balanced sniper, really. It's not too overpowered, but at the same time, it feels like you're hitting people hard enough to kill them, even on very hard difficulty. So yeah, very good there. We'll move on to something else. Okay, so we'll take out the Super Mutants down by Wilson Automatoys, and then we'll follow it up with taking out Quincy there. I've got one with the standard iron sights, but with the Deadeye effect, so hopefully we'll be able to actually aim when everything's nice and slowed down for us, clocking in almost 1,000 damage against that super mutant there. So pretty good job there for the Lee-Enfield. We'll pop a reload as we get in closer. These guys will probably start pouring out the front door in a second, because that's generally what happens. There's a bunch of dudes. Oh, hang on, that guy's not even aware of me, which is I blew the shot even though we're in slow motion. Okay, there's no excuse for that. That was just terrible. Alright, so right now we're that stealthy that we... Wow, stupid noises took out your two mates. That's fine. So, a little bit interesting news in the whole Fallout sphere right now. Obviously, you've got that announcement that everyone's talking about now, just that live stream that's currently, like the last time I saw it was just like a sleeping Vault Boy, which is kind of weird. I'm not sure what that's all about. Maybe they're building up to something. It's probably just general hype building nonsense, but yeah, I'm pretty keen for it. Like I said before, it's going to be a Fallout 3 game remastered because, yeah, it's 10 years since they released it, so why wouldn't they want to capitalize on work that they've done rather than creating a new game, right? Alright, we'll quickly take out that lookout there. I'm really liking the iron sights here. I feel like they're much better aligned than the sights that I was using at the ladder sights that I was using at the start there. And with the Deadeye effect, I can actually scope it and hit these guys effectively, which really says something about my skill as a Fallout player. But we'll move on. Another thing that happened today in terms of Fallout for me is that I actually got my third loot crate right now. So I opened that up when I got home, was pretty surprised to see it. Australia Post did notify me that I had a package ready for me, so that was fun. Also, the posting trackers didn't tell me that I was actually supposed to get it today either, so it was a complete surprise. I got myself a Nuke shaped USB thing there. Also, you're going to die. 1500 damage there. Okay, we'll whip out our sniper one now since we got a little bit of range to deal with. Hold our breath. Down you go. Oh, we didn't actually kill that person. We must be just out of range there, but that's fine. Hopefully we'll be able to kill this person faster. Can't really get a shot on you if your bum's not right in the hitbox spot. Come on. Alright. We'll just go ahead and let the game finish this person off for us because where was my train of thought? Oh yeah, I was about to list off what I got. So I got a t-shirt which has the Nuka-Cola, Nuka World postcard on it. It says enjoy the ride and everything. Hey, that's the commander. Aren't you supposed to be in power armor? Probably. One headshot, two headshot, dead. Also got a Piper little figurine there, which is probably the creepiest one so far. I thought Forks was pretty hideous, but yeah, the Piper one is a level of hideous where it's kind of creepy, so I'm not really keen on that. I might actually sell them once I'm actually done with them, because apparently they go for like 20 bucks on eBay, and I'm not sure if I want to keep these things around or not, but yeah. I also got two little can holders there, like subby holders. I'm not sure if they have a different name in America, but yeah, I'll be able to put my cans in them, and they will not, get cold with my body heat or something like that. I'm pretty sure that's how they work. Alright, I think we'll just... Okay, well, there's an Assaultron over there trying to taunt me, but I could barely hear it. What else did I get? I also got more of the little T60 figurine. Everything's out of proportion too. The legs are really tiny, so as soon as I, put it together, I laughed at it because of how ridiculous it looked. But I'm guessing when you actually put the whole thing together, it'd make a little bit more sense. Also, that was a cheeky little headshot there. And I think that's it. I got a little pin. It's one of the rare ones too, so that's kind of neat. Also, that robot is cloaked. I've almost killed it though, so that's pretty good. If only I had a slag thing which I can use to make myself do a little bit more damage against these guys. That's a thing I could make. That sounds like a pretty cool mod. Maybe I'll add it to Phoebe's syringe rifle. Just a weapon or a dart that makes things take more damage. That's a cool thing. Alright, so what have we got left? We've got a captain. Well, you know what? We'll go ahead. I think I just critted the mine. Whoops. Well, that mine was annoying me anyway. That was an inappropriate VATS angle there. Thank you, game. And I also got a hat. Don't forget about the hat. The hat is probably I think it's the best thing that I got out of it, because that's something that I could actually practically use. Although, I'm using the mouse pad from my first loot creator. Is it second? I can't remember, but yeah, that's been useful, because I've actually got somewhere to put my mouse now, which makes it a lot less easy to aim rather than on a hard surface that doesn't really work well with mouses and shit like that. Alright, so it looks like, let's just bring out the one with the ladder sight again, and the one with the bayonet. I'm feeling like the bayonet does a little bit less than vanilla damage there, so if you could just crank that up in your next update, that would be very nice. But what have we got around here? I think all of these gunners are scattered around there, so I'll just go along and find them. Also, did I miss someone up on the church? Why did I miss someone? I feel like I got everybody. Nope, looks like I didn't get this captain, so we'll go ahead and smack her through the wall there. Thank you, VATS Penetrator perk, and we'll finish her off with what should be a bayonet finisher, but no, we're not going to use the blade on the front of the gun. We're just going to use the stock to get him. Alright, one more. Sneaky does it, even though we've got a big loud rifle weapon. Alright, so that didn't do very well. We'll just stab her in a sensitive spot. Oh wait, she's a woman, never mind. And we'll finish her off like that. So there you have it. I feel like you get a general idea of what this thing can perform like. I feel like it's pretty well balanced for what it is. Not as terrible, definitely a lot better than the hunting rifle is in the vanilla game, and I do believe that is the fact that its rate of fire is actually kind of nice. Maybe that's one of the things that really makes the hunting rifle bad, but yeah, I believe this thing does a little bit more damage on top of that too, so that definitely helps it out. So, if you'd like to see this thing in your game, be sure to check out the description. Tactical, you've done really well this time. Wasn't too keen on your RU-556 SMG, but this one, it's pretty good. And it's also nice to see the first Lee-Enfield that I know of in this game in a standalone form there, so very well done. Links in the description. Thank you for watching, guys.